Pro tip, inconvenience claim. Did you know that you could file an inconvenience claim with the transportation service provider, i.e. the moving company, to account for inconveniences associated with the TSP's inability to meet the agreed or required dates? This is a payment directly to you. Let's talk about it. A couple years back, I was on a flight from the United States back to Germany, and I was randomly sitting next to a guy who had bought my checklist and was very familiar with DTV. So we started up a conversation, and he started to ask me about this inconvenience claim thing that he hadn't seen in my checklist. And I was like, I've never really heard of that. What I thought he was talking about was a DPS claim, which is the claim that you would apply for once you arrive to Germany and you receive your UAB or your HHG for every lost or damaged item listed at delivery. But no, this is actually completely separate than the DPS claim. So let's take a look at what this is from the fact sheet, which I will put in the additional resources for you to download and to read yourself. We're just going to go over the main points here. So when to file an inconvenience claim. Number one, if the TSP fails to pick up your shipment on the agreed date. So it says here that the TSP decides they cannot service your shipment within 14 calendar days of the pickup date, and the government is unable to rebook your shipment on the original pickup date, you may be reimbursed for actual out-of-pocket expenses incurred from the original pickup date through the new pickup date. Number two, the TSP fails to deliver on or before the required delivery date. Some other ways that you can get this inconvenience claim. Shipments placed into SIT, which I believe is storage in transit. So there's a bunch of line items under there that you can read. How to file an inconvenience claim. Notify your TSP that you intend to file an inconvenience claim. Your TSP will provide an inconvenience claim form. Complete that form and return it to them, and then contact your local TO when you need assistance. So how does reimbursement work? There is a section here that talks about how you'll be reimbursed, and there's a bunch of line items underneath that. But I'm going to actually go to the email that guy that I sat next to on the plane sent to me, showing exactly how much he was paid and how that works. Okay, so here's that email that nice stranger sent to me about his particular inconvenience claim. So if you look down here at the bottom, it says that they had a vessel delay, which was beyond their control, and they also had delivery agents that were saturated and at full capacity, blah, 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 blah. So it says, Mr. So-and-so, inconvenience claim. There is a baseline, the local per diem rate for meals and incidental expenses. This is for the member only, so the person whose orders were used to book the original shipment, based on the applicable pickup or delivery location. So his pickup location was in Fort Knox, Kentucky, and so if you look up the Fort Knox, Kentucky per diem rate, the meals are $54, incidentals are $5, that's $59 per day. If you multiply that times 7 days, that's $413. So that's exactly what he got back. So maybe you knew about all this, maybe you didn't, but I will leave all the documentation to inconvenience claims at the bottom of this lesson in additional resources. So if you have any inconveniences with the moving company before you PCS over here to Germany, I hope this can help you. Let's move on to the next lesson.